Good afternoon. Welcome to Georgia football. This is Larry Munson with the usual crew. It's warm and bright and sunny today, and the stadium should be jam-packed again. And to some of us at least, and I'm sure the coaches, and maybe even to the scouts around, this one could almost be classified as a mystery. Thank you, Phil. And get the picture now. South Carolina all in white tops, white bottoms, white helmets, trimmed in the dark maroon with numbers and stripes. And the dogs are in red helmets, silver pants. Carolina will be receiving. Last 5-6 years in a row, it has been helmet to helmet and extremely close, extremely tight and tough between these two. In other words, just like the Clemson game. A lot of noise now in the stadium at the moment as Kevin Butler of the Dogs is setting it up on the tee. Bright, actually warm sun today, and it looks like the crowd once again will touch 79,600 feet. 5-4 now. Ballou looking at it. Dogs got a first down on the 47. Pitches to Herschel Walker. He cuts inside. 5, 10, 12, 15. He's down to the Carolina 40. He was off balance the last 4 yards, stumbling. Perlott, the safety man, did as he was instructed and rolled a block at him. And Herschel from the 47 got 14 yards to the Carolina 39. Carolina up to the line. Clock is 6:38 and running now here in this first quarter. Blasingame, now they shift to 2 running backs right in Blasingame. They got 2 wide outs. Bishop underneath the 4-man defensive line. Gonna run a draw, and Weaver crashed, sacked him on a 14. Tried to run a trap, and Eddie Weaver, the left guard, the big kid out of Florida, got him back in the 14, a 6-yard loss. Special hello today to a bunch of guys at St. Petersburg, Florida. I understand they have rented a telephone line and are laying around the pool listening to this thing. Dogs in a 6-2. Carolina on their own 37. They shift to the eye. Beckham, the quarterback, looking at a 6-man defensive line, and he pitches to the right, who cuts back in at the tackle, and they hit him shy of the first down on the 38. And it's Tommy Thurston, that wild linebacker out of Jacksonville, Florida, who really cracked him. 3-0 is just as tough as all the Carolina and all the Clemson games always are in the last 7-8 years especially. Slot to the right, 2 running backs. Dogs are in a 4-4-3. Bishop underneath, fairly long count for South Carolina. Bishop gonna drop straight back to throw. A man blitzing up. He turns and decides to run to the 24. Got caught from behind by Payne in the 23, and he fumbled and had the whistle blown. No, it's Georgia's ball. Payne caught him from behind, a couple of yards behind the line. As they penetrated, he veered to the right. Dooley got the ball, and Payne hit him from behind, and Stan Dooley at the core. That substitute defensive end who has played so very, very well since Gilbert got hurt at end was a guy that crowd up roaring. 6:27 and now running in the third quarter. Still tougher than a dog here, 3-0. Georgia's down on the 3-yard line, and the Dogs walk up to the line of scrimmage. Again, 3 backs in there and 2 tight ends. Carolina now is in an 8-2-1 setup. Buck below to Herschel at the tackle. Touchdown! Now Herschel Walker is back in. Carney Norris out. The last gain was, they put it back in the 9, give him 4, 2nd and 6. It's closer to the 9. They're in an I. Carolina's in a 6-2. Buck from the 9, going to go to Herschel Walker. He's going to run wide to the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Dogs are in a 5-3. South Carolina 3rd and 4 on their own 21. And dropping back to throw, and they're going to sack him. The rover, Terry Hogue, came flying in from the left. He was the first man on him, and then 2 other red shirts a half a second later. One of them, Keith Hall, a substitute defensive end. And a loss of 7 back to the 14. Add another fullback. Georgia down there on the South Carolina 28, 3rd and 2. 8:08 to play. Georgia leading 17-0. Got that power eye. Everybody in close. Put a man in motion. Carolina's in a 6-4. Buck going to sprint out to the right and look. And he's going to go for a man wide open. Touchdown! He hit Norris Brown with a 28-yard bomb. Perlott, the safety man, fell down out between the 10 and 15-yard line, and Brown by that time then got 15, 17 yards open. Perlott fell down as he saw the tight end streaking down the side. In his hurry to get over, he slipped and fell, and Norris Brown was wide open, turning around in the end zone and near the sideline to catch it. South Carolina coming up to the line. They've driven back down to the Georgia 25. Dogs are in a 4-4. Beckham shifts now as kind of a wing tee off to the left side with a man split to the right. Beckham going to drop back on the last play of the game. Looking, going to get in trouble, going to sprint around to the left of the run to the 30, to the 25, going to get thrown on the 20, got 5 more yards by Kevin Jackson, and the ball game will end right there. Carolina driving late in the game against that number 2 defense, and just came all the way down the field about 50-odd yards, and it ends right there. Georgia a winner 24-0. Bill Schaefer wrap it up for you in 60 seconds. This is the Georgia Bulldog Network.